Today we are actually going to go see the farm sanctuary. They have two of them, one in Syracuse, New York, and one here just outside of Los Angeles, and we are going to take you along for the ride. And we just passed.
Go ahead.
Here's the entrance to the sanctuary. So the tour we actually booked today is what they call the family-friendly tour. They have two. They have the regular tour, then they have the family-friendly tour that is more geared towards children. A little bit more age-appropriate conversations. We ended up booking this one because all the others for yesterday and today were completely full. So
Yep.
this was our only option to be able to come in and see the sanctuary. So here we are in the courtyard of the sanctuary. We just checked in, and they're going to have the sanctuary shop open here pretty soon. You can buy gift items and stuff like that in there to help support the sanctuary.
Here's our first sanctuary
And
animal.
here's our first sanctuary animal. There's a little kitty coming to see us. Hi, sweetie.
No, you were all good. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, no worries. Okay, yeah. Take your time. Take your time. Thank you for that. No, you're all good. Did you see that? So the kids under two, or two and under are free. And then for
Very sweetheart.
So when I was looking, I saw this is all I saw. One adult, not one son, but then I saw him here. So I just wanted to see
That's where we check in.
what was, what was kind of discrepancy in the
This kitty's name is Brewster, and she has come to say hello. Super, super sweet kitty.
Feel free to take a seat wherever you would like. We'll be in here for just a couple minutes. Whatever's most comfortable for you. We're just getting started with a little bit introductory information, a little bit of safety, and things like that. Feel free. I love the camera. Is it Nikon, Canon? What are you shooting with today?
Canon R6.
There you go. Extremely beautiful actions, right? All right. Welcome, welcome. Spider-Man already. farm sanctuary. Take your time. Get settled. No, just take your time. I can wait a moment. We're okay. No, it's a lot of stuff to carry around. Yeah, welcome to Farm Sanctuary. Happy Saturday. My name is Aaron. I'll be taking you all on the hour-long guided tour of our California sanctuary today. Thank you all for joining for our new family-friendly version of the tour. I can see we have a couple little ones with us, but more adults today. That's totally fine. I like to pretend that I'm a kid sometimes, so we can be young at heart today. The point of the family-friendly tours is to provide an age-appropriate way for children to understand some of these more inhumane practices that happen. So I will be toning down the language a little bit today as far as describing some of the things that may happen to these residents. If you all have any specific questions about practices or anything like that, please feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to share whatever information you all would like. But the purpose of the family-friendly tour is that for the majority of today, we're going to meet the animal residents who live here, and we're going to share their backstories in an age-appropriate and friendly way for everybody. So we're going to take a tour of the property, meet the animal residents who live here, share their stories, and we're going to talk a little bit about how the food industry impacts these animals, because the majority of these animals are rescued from the food industry. But I promise, the main goal of today is to hang out with the residents who live here and get to meet them. So a little bit about the backstory of Farm Sanctuary is that we got started in 1986 with two of our founders who were investigating different stockyards and farms to show people the realities of the food system. So they were at one of these stockyards and they came across a pile of animals that really was not doing well. And as they were taking photos, one of the sheep in this pile, she raised her head and they realized, well, she's still alive, but clearly she's not being taken care of by these people who are supposed to be taking care of her. So they were able to take her out of this situation, bring her to a vet, and really within 30 minutes, like some basic necessities, food, water, a little bit of care, she started to get up, walk around, clearly feel way better. And as they tried to ask more questions, they asked why she was left in this kind of situation. They were just told that this was standard industry practice. So they were able to take this sheep, they named her Hilda, and Hilda became the first animal resident at Farm Sanctuary. And that was all the way back in 1986, which I'm sure for our young friends is forever ago. And so now, since then, Farm Sanctuary has had the ability to rescue thousands of farm animals like Hilda. And what you'll see today is the wide open pastures and nourishing food, different kinds of diets. We'll talk about that stuff. And just where these residents get to live, because this is now their home. Any of the residents who are here, they will spend the remainder of their lives here, getting to have these wide open pastures and the big red barns that we tend to imagine when we think about farming, even though it's gone a little bit in a different direction since then. And so with that, I'm going to do just a little bit of safety information. If you listen to nothing else today, which is fine, please just listen to the safety information, because that'll make sure everybody has the best time that they can have. Get going. So, all right, come on with me. Does anybody need a moment? I saw somebody ran out there. Does anybody need any time to put anything away? All right, well, we can come right through here. Oh, perfect. They can join us.
One of them had a stomach issue on the way here, so I gave them a kombucha.
Okay.
So we'll have them meet up with you in a second.
No problem.
Thanks, dude.
They can join us when they're ready. It looks like our last group will join us, but they can join us in here. All right. So if we're ready, we'll get started right in here. Feel free to head right into this area, and I'll meet y'all in there in just a moment. I'll get the next game for us. Hi there. Oh. Let go. We've got so welcome. Is this anybody's first time with us today? Okay. Oh, everybody's first time? Awesome. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. You can see all of our goat friends are up on the hill. That's okay, we'll come in right through here. The hill is what we like to consider a safe space. So imagine if you were having a big party or a house, you probably wouldn't want all the guests in your bedroom. So that's what we mean by safe space. We're not gonna follow them up to the hill. However, we can go around there and just kind of be in their presence at least. So feel free to come right on in here, and then I'll guide us safely back there. And just watch your set. Oh yeah, that's one of the pigs. That's Morris. We'll meet him in just a minute. He's a big guy. But we'll come right over here. We'll hang out with the goats first, and then we'll go hang out with Morris. We'll come right through here. Looks like one of our pigeon friends might have gotten in a fight with each other. The resident, or the pigeons are not residents here, so I can't control it. We'll come right over here, just watch your step. We want to go up the hill today. Let's just hang out with them, share some of their stories. And we took peeking at it. Shannon's a shy girl. The girls just kind of ran up the hill. We have 5 goat friends here, so you can call a group of goats a flock, or a herd, or a tribe of goats. So I like to call this our little tribe of goats here. You can see Alice, who's kind of kicking at the ground right now because she's about to take a little nap. They're all in their after breakfast routine. So just like we have routines, they had breakfast and now they're up on the hill. They're going to take a nice nap. So if you join us, honestly, at different parts of the day or on different tour days, you will see that they move around throughout the day. They have a very specific kind of schedule. So now that it's in the morning, they're all up on the hill. You can see they're natural grazers. So what that means is they're going to go up the hill. They're going to munch on all the grass. They're going to keep it nice and tidy for us, even though in Southern California, or at least in Acton, not that much grass, but we've had some rain recently, so that's nice. Alice right here, the girl closest to us. Her backstory is actually she came all the way from Iowa. So she made the long trip out here because the place that she was at, they tested her for a certain disease. It's called CL. It's a disease that goats can get. So she tested positive for this, and they were going to put her down. We decided that we could absolutely take her, allow her to live whatever the remainder of her life may be. And so when she got here, we retested her, and it was actually a false positive. So she was never positive for it, and that false positive actually kind of ended up saving her life. So now Alice gets to hang out with all her buddies up on the hill. And you can see Janet. Janet has that nice, cool little beard right there. She was found in Kings County. She was wandering around somebody's chicken coops. She was near a local goat dairy farm. So they believe that she probably escaped from there. But good for her, she made her way over here. We have 2 pygmy goats, who are the black and brown goats that you see on the hill, or, they're kind of up the hill now. One of the guys' name is Freddie. He used to be an escape artist at his previous place of residence, so goats love to jump and play, just like kids, just like we all do. So he kept trying to play a little too hard. He kept trying to escape the place that he was at. So animal control said, you gotta keep him safe. They weren't able to keep him, they weren't able to figure out a way to keep him safe at the residence that he was at. So he came to join our group, and now him and Callie, the other pygmy goat, obviously nothing is official, but we like to say that they're in a little spiritual relationship. They're best buddies. And then Erica, the last girl, the girl with the horns. So it doesn't matter, male or female, depending on the breed, they can get horns. So Erica's the girl with the horns going all the way up the hill. And she was actually born here. One of the few animal residents who was born here. Her mom was rescued from a situation. She wasn't being taken care of. But she was pregnant at that point. So Erica came along for the ride. And so Erica's never known any other life. They live like 15 to 17 years, so nice long lives. Everybody here is above the age of 8. So we like to say that they are much like people. The older you get, maybe the less you feel the need to impress people. So when we come in here, sometimes they just like to hang out on the hill. They let us be in their presence, but not always interacting with us. But that's okay. Hi there, welcome. Sorry, I'm gonna bring our other group over here. Sorry, I'm gonna sneak in front. So because they're all doing their thing, I think what we can do is we can go hang out with Morris next. Morris will probably let us get some belly scratches in. Does that sound like a good plan? All right, friends. Let's head this way. Thank you all so much for joining. That's Morris. We're going to go meet him right now. We're just waiting on our last friend to join us, Sophia. All right, friends. We got some more mud right here. So just watch your step over here. And then I'm just going to bring everybody over here real quick just for some safety information. Sorry. I know all of our cow friends are coming down the hill. All right, some really important safety information as we go to meet the pig residents. They do not see as well as maybe we see. They have really large ears and really large snouts because those senses are way better for them than they are for us. But because they don't see very well, we're going to approach them in a really specific way. And I'm going to show you the best way to approach them. But the biggest rule for the pigs is we're not going to touch them on their faces or their ears today. Because sometimes they get a little grumpy when we do that. And I don't want anybody to get yelled at by our pig friends today. So as long as we're moving around, they can be up to 800 pounds in here. They will walk right through you. So if you see them walking, just give them a clear lane to go through. Does that sound okay? Yes. All right. Watch your step through here. It's going to be muddy throughout the day today, but just watch your step. Feel free to come right on in.
Right
Right
through here. Jump.
Oh, perfect. You have some friends in the barn as well. Oh, big jump. So we have Sophia, Henry, and then what's this old one's name? River.
This is Morris.
Morris. It's between 500 and 600 pounds.
Whoa. Wow.
All right.
You see?
So it's a little bit of a trek to get up to Morris, but feel free to come on this way. And we'll approach like one or two at a time just to, again, not overwhelm him. But I'll show you the best way to interact. Again, you're going to have to watch the
It's a
step kind
little
of right
bit muddy.
here.
Let's go around this way.
You may choose whatever route is best for you all.
Oh my God.
So the best way to hang out with Morris is I'm going to let him know that I'm a person. So I'm going to give him a little pat right on his thigh, just so he knows I'm not a pig trying to get into his sleeping area, because they're real serious about their sleeping positions. And then as long as he's okay with it, we can go in for a little rub, and he'll probably stretch out, just like the friends we have at home. So feel free, I don't want to get all the love. I know it's a little trek up here, but if you want to come over one or two at a time, we can meet Morris. He is a little muddy, so just fair warning. They use mud as a natural sunscreen, so right now he's all covered. Yeah, he's a big, sweet guy. He's one of the 4 pig residents here. You can see Lisa's coming out of the barn right now, coming to check us out, see what's going on. Hey, Lisa.
Go ahead.
Hello. Where you headed?
Hi, Morris. Hi. Oh my goodness. He's a baby. He's a babe.
Let's make her turn to say hello to this one, and then maybe we can say hello to
Lisa and Morris actually came all the way from New York together, so they made the long trek all the way out here. Hey, Lisa. What you thinking about, buddy? You got some straw all over you. You're taking a really serious nap in that barn, huh?
Were they at your facility in New York?
No, they were on a slaughterhouse in New York. It was deemed unlivable for like 100 different pigs that were there. So some I believe did go to the walk-in spawn location.
Here comes one.
And then we took as many as we could take. So 2 of them came here, and they actually came here with one more boy. He had some neurological issues, so unfortunately he has passed away. But we got these 2. They're actually named by Saved by the Bell characters. What's up, Lisa? Where are you going? You heading that way? All right.
What's his name?
This is Lisa. Lisa and Morris actually came together from a farm in New York.
How old are they?
They are all in between about 5 and 6 years old. They got here in 2018. And then Junip and Von D, who I believe are in the back, we can maybe go meet them in a minute. I believe they got here in 2017. So all within that range. Oh, Lisa walking right through the mud.
Right here. Come on.
Oh yeah, you got one more hop. And then once everybody had a chance to meet Morris, we'll head up the hill. We'll see who else we can meet in a moment.
Oh.
And they're pretty funny heading up the hill. They walk. It almost looks like they walk on little stilts because of their hooves, but they're surprisingly nimble going up and down these big hills. So yeah, as she goes up, just give her plenty of room.
What's your name?
My name is Aaron. Sorry, I missed that part in the introduction.
Not
And my
there.
name is
No,
Aaron.
Right here.
Welcome.
Right here. Hop right there. Hop. Hop.
She's a lot
got it.
smaller.
There you go.
So
A
are the
little.
women are the females smaller?
Not always.
Not always.
Not always. It does depend on the way they were raised, what breed they are, things like that. The majority of them are Yorkshire pigs here.
Sophia, look at her tail.
Oh yes, you got the little curly Q back there.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
He wants to say hi to this pig. How do we just like?
To Lisa. So because Lisa's up and moving around, we're gonna let her settle just because she's so big.
Right. She's so big, so we need to let her
let us know before we say hi.
But what we
We didn't know we were going back up.
kind of sorry, it's kind of the hazards of the sanctuary. It's all natural. Yeah, whatever is best for you all. We can go up the steps. Some people like the hill. Whatever is easiest. Oh yeah. Sometimes, also if they get in each other's way, you might hear some grunting. You might hear them start getting a little mad at each other. So that's why we also don't interact when they're kind of hugging. We'll come right back here. We'll meet one more friend. This is June up back here.
Oh, Judah.
And then Bondi's every once in a while kind of running on this back hill. So you might see another pig wandering around up here. And then we do have a couple horses. The horses are pretty shy. In the U.S. at least, they're not used for their meat. So they are rescued from other situations. They tend to be a little shy, so we don't necessarily go in there with them on tours. However, when the pigs are back here, it's nice that we at least get to see them. This is June up. We're gonna meet June up the same way we met all our other friends. Hi, June up.
Ooh, Judah.
How's it going, sweetie? Is it okay if we say hello? How are you? Usually you're the one up and running around looking for food. Well, feel free.
Come say hi to our friends.
You can see June up has those little cute spots on her.
Juno?
June up.
Juno.
Yeah, like June up Sydney. And then she's got that white stuff behind her ears. That stuff is sunscreen. So humans have bred them to be really pale, kind of like the way we've bred different dogs to be different sizes and colors and things like that. They breed the pigs to be really pale, so now they need sunscreen, just like me, because I'm pretty pale too. So, so anybody with paler skin, you know that you need some sunscreen in the summer. So that's all that is behind their ears, and then in their little bit more sensitive areas, we just do a quick little spray. So they get sunscreen just like us.
Thank you.
Juno.
They sleep for about 18 hours a day,
Wow,
so this is what they spend most of their time doing, and they're real serious about it.
18 hours.
And then the other part of their day that they're real serious about is food. They get really incentivized by food. They move surprisingly quickly when food is involved, despite being how large they are. They will sprint for food. They love it.
They get
time is our feeding
and
time?
he just goes.
It's about 7-ish in the morning and then like 3 in the afternoon. Depends on time of year, because it'll go with the sun a little bit. Salads, pumpkins, melons.
Nice.
But yeah, this is the majority of their day, and lucky for them, they get to spend, their natural lifespan is about 10 to 12 years. So for all of them, they'll get to spend the rest of their time up on this big hill.
She's got lots of hay on her.
He said hello. Do you want to
Said
come
that
pet
earlier.
our friend?
You don't see big
All right, perfect. We'll have everybody come right on this way with me. We're going to again just go over the safety information before going in there because they're very, very large. We just want to make sure everything's good to go. There's Bondi's in here, probably not. Sometimes they take a nap in there, but usually they're after breakfast routine is the same as the goats. They'll go up the hill, then they'll come back down. It's usually they know, like, they had their food, so now they go up, and then later, when it gets closer to food time, they'll come back down. It's their own little routine. Yeah, they got a routine just like we do.
That's so cool.
All right, friends, so I'll have everybody meet me right over here. We'll do a little bit of safety information. That way we can go meet Safi, who's the largest resident here. You can see he's getting a drink right now with his friend Harry. All right, so big safety information for in here. For all of our little ones, we just want to keep an eye on where they're at all times. The residents can be up to 2,500 pounds, and they move surprisingly quickly and quietly. They can literally sneak up on you. So just be aware of where you're at, where they're at all times.
Right.
There are a few residents in here who are shy. So this is the specific portion where there's a couple residents in here who they do not want us to be within like 10 feet of them. The all black cows are rescued from the meat industry. They tend to be a lot more shy. They have more than likely years of memories of that. So they prefer humans to be about 10 feet away from them, even myself. So all I'm going to ask is that we just give them space And the only other boy that we're going to give some space to is Leo. He's the brown Jersey steer right in the middle. He's a teenager, so he's super sweet, but he's really rambunctious and playful. And because he's so big, we don't want to be underneath him when he starts playing. And he loves to headbutt and jump, so we'll just give him space.
The black and white ones are basically.
We're going to hang out with the black and white ones for now.
What are they called?
They're Holstein cows. Yeah, so they're from the dairy industry.
Yeah.
So we'll bring it all right in here. There is like 1 or 2 of the black cows who, depending on the day, sometimes they're okay with it, but I like to give the overall when we go in. Just at first, please just give them at least 10 feet until I kind of tell you backstories. Okay? Come on in. We'll meet Sappy first. Who's this big boy right here? And then we're going to stay on the sides as well. Right in front, right behind. Not the safest area. Now, Sappy, I'll show you how to interact with him in a moment. We're just going to approach from the side. Let everybody step right in. I'm so sorry.
I've never been this close to a cow.
You're all good.
You?
Perfect.
That is quite.
Just don't want any of our big friends in front of them.
Hello.
Alright, so yeah, this is Sappy. He's 9 years old. He's the biggest guy here. He loves some pets. He loves to hang out. He's a big gentle giant. You can feel free to come get some pets. So come on over. Again, if he's getting some water, he might be in his splash zone, so just a fair warning. And then he is big, he can move his head quickly, so just be, just notice that. And then I'm gonna kind of swing around, but make sure you kind of move quickly if we're going this way. Okay? There you go, perfect. I've never seen them kittens, however,
So soft and he's nice and warm.
So yeah, this is Sappy.
Oh, we love this guy. He's so
He was rescued at 1 day old by our founder, Gene. He was rescued from the dairy industry. Because he's a guy, he can't produce more cows to produce dairy, and he can't produce dairy himself. So they're often seen as not as useful in that industry. So lucky for him,
He's on the
on his way, on the move. I bet he's gonna come over here for a head scratch. Is that where you're going? Is that where you're going, sweet man? Yeah. Going to scratch his head.
You guys won't give it to me, so I gotta come over here.
What happened? You were getting all the scratches you wanted. So he got rescued at 1 day old. He's now 9, so he's lived here pretty much his whole life. And because he's been here longer than any of the other residents in this pasture, he's in charge over here. So he's in charge of all of his other cow friends. What's up, big man? Are you getting a scratch? Sometimes he likes the chin scratches. Hi. Hello. He's a big sweet man. We have Dixon over here as well. Harry's a little bit older.
You got an itch.
Dixon right over here. He's kind of
Nice scratch.
but he might be okay as long as you stay on this side. Keep an eye on her. That's Jackie. Yeah. Dixon, another male. Dairy.
No, I want to hold you.
Excuse me. Do the same. Can you give him a good scratch right here?
Hi,
Bubby.
You like a nice scratch or what?
Are
you so funny?
Oh yeah, that's Sappy's head in the middle. He's gonna do his headbutt thing with Harry. There it is.
That's his buddy. He's a
Oh yeah. And so Harry's slightly older than Sappy, but because Sappy's in charge, he'll still kind of show his hierarchy. So he was going over to Harry, see if he could steal a little bit of his food. Now he's gonna wander away, hang out with the girls over there.
look at this guy.
Oh, Dixon's coming through. This is Dixon. He's also a sweet boy. Looks like Harry's using the restroom, so just watch yourself behind him. Harry's totally fine to hang out with. And then,
Pooping, Sophia.
that's all right. Usually Jackie's pretty calm. And then Dixon's coming that way, so just watch
look at
where
how
he's
big
going,
he is.
all right?
Big mama over there thinking about
Yeah, so this is Liberty. Liberty actually is seeming like she's in a kind of friendly mood today. What's it? Well, you're all right. You're all right. You're just scared. You're okay. No big deal. Sometimes they can be a little scared. That's all right.
Get a little scared.
That's all right, just like people, right? Sometimes we get a little nervous. Yeah. But that's all right. She wanted to come over, see what was going on.
Yeah.
She was actually rescued by Joaquin Phoenix a day after his Oscar win.
Okay.
So he got rescued. She got rescued with her daughter Indigo, who's the girl all the way to the left right here. So mother and daughter, and Indigo is actually so small at that point that he carried her out.
I think these are baby horses?
They're mini Jerusalem donkeys, but yeah, they're coming to hang out, hopefully.
I don't know.
No, you're fine.
They're mini donkeys.
Yeah, mini donkeys. So it looks like they'll come join us. We'll let them kind of come to us just as our shy friends are sort of right in the middle.
Right.
But yeah, if we want to meet Darbster, we can come over this way. We'll just stay on this side. We won't spook them. That's all right. Hey there, Darbster. Is that all right if we come say hi, big man? He's a big sweetie.
Oh.
He'll keep walking for food, but
He'll keep walking.
you can feel free to pet him if you want. This is also
We'll come this way and see if he'll
MJ.
have.
MJ. Hi, MJ. I don't know why I get MJ and G confused. They're on the move, looking for
They're
food.
on the move looking for food right now. So
They came with a pack of 5 mini Jerusalem donkeys, so there's 5 in total. They actually, their guardian passed away, and when she passed away, she actually left a few of her animals to us because we ended up taking care of them.
I see that now. What is he? He's scratching his. He's licking.
He rescued a couple. He rescued a couple, but 2 of them did. They came here to us. So those are the 2 I really know about, but I know he's involved in the advocacy and advocacy education kind of part of it. And then we'll spend just another minute in here, and then I'm going to take us over to the sheep next so that we can hang out with the rest of the residents. All right, friends, let's go ahead and head to our next residence that we have time for everybody today. We'll head over right to this gate. And yes, there's plenty of room over on the rock right in the middle. That's perfect.
We are. We're gonna go meet some new friends.
All right, friends, we're going to head right through here. I'll ask everybody to just kind of hang out right here, and then I'll take us to the next spot. Oh yeah, that's Rooster. One of the 3 farm cats that live here as well. So he'll be hanging out. He'll probably be around after the tour as well. He's usually loves to hang out with everybody.
Kate.
All right, friends, we are headed over to the aviaries. A little bit of unfortunate information about the aviaries today is California is still experiencing a little bit of avian influenza. So to keep you all and to keep all of our avian friends safe, we are going to stay outside of the aviaries today. But we can go pretty much up right to them. We're just going to stay back behind that border. That just includes phones, hands, everything like that, please. But we're still going to get a chance to say hello, share a little bit of their stories, and then we'll spend some extra time with the sheep today since we can't go in here. But thank you for the flexibility. We'll just do a quick little lap around the aviaries, and then we'll swing back up to the sheep because I know they're waiting for us. We have our turkey friends right here. We have Serena and Thelma, and then the all-white turkey. Her name is Sandy. So most people, you see kind of the naturally colored turkeys like Serena and Thelma. And then Sandy was raised by people, and sometimes people like to make decisions about how animals should look and things like that. So Sandy was raised in the industry, and that's why you see her coloring be way, way different. It's the same what we talked about with the pigs. They breed them to be really pale. It's because that's what keeps the skin white, and so that's what consumers like. It's a very odd process, but that's why you see the all-white turkey right there.
How do they do that?
Through selective breeding, different things like that. So if they get a turkey that's a little bit more white, they'll continue to breed that one. And so
it's like eugenics.
it's like how we've kind of.
It's like eugenics.
Yes, it's like with dogs and anything like that. Humans can.
Like people try to do with humans. Yes, got it.
So Serena and Thelma, they weren't directly in the industry. They're the more naturally colored birds. And those 2 girls, they really love music. So one of our tour guides is a really talented guitar player. So she'll come down and she'll play some music, and they will sing in their own little tune. Thelma really likes to pluck at the guitar strings, I think from like the frequency and the vibration. So she likes to play along. A couple chickens right down here. And then we're going to end it with the sheep today. All right, friends, we are almost at the sheep. I do want to make a little acknowledgement right here just before we go in, because we're almost at the end of the tour. No matter where you are on your food journey, we just want to thank you all for joining us today. We do know that food apartheid is a big thing in the U.S., and it's described as the racial discrimination that happens within the food system leaves millions of people without the ability to choose the food that they might want to choose or that is best for their health or their well-being. So no matter where you're at in your food journey, I just want to thank you all for joining us. There's never any judgment here. So thank you all for learning a little bit more about what we're doing here, meeting the residents, and we're going to go spend the rest of the time with the sheep. We'll come right on in here. You can see two of our friends over here. This is Pippa and Biscuit right over here, and I'll explain why they're a little bit kind of sectioned off. Pippa, the girl in the wheelchair, she came from Vermont. She had an infection in her leg at a young age. By the time she got here, we weren't able to see. So she has that little wheelchair, so she's getting around just fine. And then she's in with her friend Biscuit, who was born blind. So because there's 29 sheep in here, 27 in here, 2 over here, if they were to be in with the flock, if one of them got scared, they all move together. That's how they protect each other, and these two just might not be able to keep up. So for their safety and their well-being, they hang out over here, but they have each other. It's just like people. If you leave them alone, they get sad. So Biscuit and Pippa are learning to be best buddies right over here. And then we're going to come on in and meet our main flock right in here. They are in the barn. So give them just all open this, and then let me just close this, and I'll show us how to get in there safely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them in there.
And are there any black sheep?
There are some black Scottish sheep. It looks like they're kids. Cammy Regina right here if you'd like. Regina's another 3-legged lamb right there. That's why she has a little shirt. So just when she gets up and down, it helps protect her. They're usually okay with it. They're usually just fine. They are much like the kind of dogs and cats that we have at home. They do sometimes love the spine scratches, and they got plenty of wool, so if you really want to get in there, you can. Not taking a nap? Ellis is the boy right here. He almost always comes to take that, so you might take it. That was Clementine. Very sweet. There it is. This is the first time I've ever seen him not come immediately over. He must have been really taking a nap. Oh, are you a little stiff? A little stiff. Ellis. Ellis was rescued at 2 days old. He loves human attention. loves it. And you can go all the way in there. He loves the spine scratch. Now, he gets really excited, so sometimes he swings his head real hard. So for little friends, just don't stand like here and back. Okay?
He needs some love.
But he loves it. Loves it.
Pet his back, he makes like a nice massage.
You have all these friends. I know. They do remember human faces. They can remember up to 50 faces. So he knows. He's like, I know you'll pet me. You got Mitch?
Oh my gosh.
I believe that's Sean right there. You have Squid, who's kind of in an interesting position right now. That's also because they're prey animals, so they gotta see and then they gotta move. Hi! Nice, sweetie. You can really get in there, they got a lot.
That is thick. So what do you do with the wool when you...
We compost it. Yeah. So it goes in like an open compost system that allows local wildlife to kind of come and take it, use it for their nests, things like that. But just compost it. And then we pay the people by the hour instead of by the sheep. Because when they do it by the sheep, they go real fast and can hurt them. So we pay everybody who shears them by the hour, so they take their time. It's kind of like clipping a dog's nails. They never love it because you kind of got to corral them. But to keep them safe, it's just part of the process.
You have to, otherwise they won't be able to see.
Exactly.
They can get sores and stuff under there.
Head starts going. He gets so excited. Sometimes his tongue will go. You doing the tongue thing yet? What's going on? You doing the tongue? It's just like dogs. You're such a funny man. I can literally do this all day. And he'll let you too. All day long. There it is. sticking the tongue out. What happens if I stop? You do that? Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I won't do that. We make friends, they do remember faces, so if you come back, you might make a real sheep friend today. Non-human animals unfairly and unjustly. The way we advocate for that is either through education, advocacy, it could be policy change. Ellis is going to come join us. And that could be through community gardens.
Last name, my maiden name.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so on behalf of myself, all my coworkers, and especially all the animal residents who are here, thank you all so much for spending an hour of your life with us. We really appreciate you all. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Of course. I'm not going to kick anybody out right away. Feel free to take another minute or two. I'm going to be right at that gate if anybody does want to kind of head out. Yep. Yes, it's going to be right out, straight forward, that big straight thing, and then there's also a public right.